Hi guys, and thanks for tuning into my video. Today's video is going to be about everything that you need to know before starting your own micro lock journey. I started my micro locks myself, and today is October 1st, and it actually makes 9 months since I started this second lock journey. I started on January 1st, 2024, and this is 9 months of growth. So before I get into the video, I want to give a huge thank you to Nail Reserve for sponsoring this video. I tried out their gel polish for the first time a month ago, and it is hands down the best nail polish that I have ever used. My nails didn't chip and it kept a high shine the entire 30 days. I was seriously really impressed with this product. It's something that you can also do from home. I decided to go into the nail salon and get it done because I just felt like being pampered and I kind of needed a manicure too. Yeah, it's the longest lasting nail polish that I've ever used. So I'm really happy that they reached out because now they are my go-to nail polish brand. Hands down, best gel polish, especially at home gel polish that you can use. And they are also vegan and cruelty-free, so that is amazing. Yeah, definitely check it out if you are not someone that likes to have high maintenance on your nails, but you also want them to look nice and fresh. I'm a makeup artist, so my hands are in the camera often. So I'm trying to do better with making sure that my hands are something to look at, that it looks nice and manicured. So I'm really happy that I found this brand, and I will definitely be picking up a few more shades. So thank you, Nail Reserve, and let's dive into the top things that I think you should know before starting your micro lock journey. All right, so before I get into it, I want to kind of give you guys like a little lock tour. I have my front pieces pinned because I really liked how my bangs looked when my hair was shorter, but now they don't stop here. So I'm gonna take the pin out. I'll show you how I do a little hack. I pulled my hair back and then just kind of put it where I want my bangs to stop. And then I pinned it, and I just take a little hair from here and I just put it over to cover the hairpin. But this is how my bangs are now. They definitely go past where I want them to be, but I'm nervous about cutting them. So yep, this is 9 months of growth. The first 9 months have been, I'm not even gonna lie, they've been challenging. It would have been nice to have some tips to follow before just diving in, but I'm the type of person that I just dive in and figure it out as I go. All right, let's start from starting your locks. I think that starting your locks on dry, not necessarily stretched hair, but personally I think starting your hair on dry, semi-stretched hair is the best texture to start with. Going back, if I could have started over, I think I would have maybe started with just braids, but I'm kind of happy that I did the braid and then the twist because I was able to still get my curly ends, even though I know those are gonna go away soon. So I started my own micro locks myself. I had 436 locks when I started, but I've combined I think 2 locks since then. So I've turned 2 locks into one towards the front and one in the back. 2 or 3, so I think I have around like 430 locks now, probably 432. The 430 range is how much locks I have. So I started with dry, stretched hair. I didn't blow it out or anything, but it was just stretched from being in a style previously. And I started in the back row, and I just used the 3-way mirror that I got on Amazon. I will put that in the description box. I hung it from my door, and I just sat on like a bar chair with the mirror behind me, and then I also had like a full-length mirror in front of me. It was extremely difficult, and I did that just because I like adventure and I like trying new things and I like doing things myself. But if it's in your budget and you can go to a loctician and get your micro lock started professionally, just do that because it was a lot. And I'm not saying that you can't do it, but it took me 10 hours, and towards the end I was going crazy. I had to have my husband help me, so yeah, it's not easy. All right, so that's how I would start. I would start with braiding it down maybe a little bit more and just twisting the ends because I did deal with a lot of like gaps in my hair. But yeah, my grid is still there, I'm still really happy with my grid. I did pay more attention to my grid this time than I did with my first set, and I definitely recommend doing that because the more you pay attention to your grid, the more versatile you're gonna be able to be with your styles throughout your journey. Like if you want to have like a nice clean side part, you can have that. If you want to have a nice clean middle part, you'll have that. Just pay attention to that. Also, like, try to make your middle part go all the way to the back of your hair. So if you want to do like 2 braids down this way, or like, you know, 2 French rolls, you'll have nice even grid for that. So pay attention to your grid when you're working. Definitely braid the root first. What else? Also, the length that you have when you start is not going to be the length that you have a month after that. As soon as you wash your hair, if your hair is anything like mine, it's going to shrink to about half to a quarter of the length. So that was a little shocking. I'll show a few clips of how much my hair shrunk after I started it. My hair was about this length when I initially twisted it, and now it's just back to this length now, 9 months later. I just realized I'm gonna have to ticking from the camera on this video because I forgot to press record. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Attention to your edge hairs, because that's something that I was trying to bring my micro locks like all the way up to my edge, and that's just not possible. So if you have like shorter, like natural baby hairs in the front, just leave those out and start with where your hair actually gets even and full. So that's important because I had to combine I think I had to combine this one. Yes. So this is one of the locks I had to combine. I had a lock up here and then one here, but I just pulled that into this and combined them. But that's the cool thing about micro locks, is that it's super versatile. If you notice that you have a thin lock, it's really easy to just interlock them together. And also another cool thing about micro locks is that when you're traveling, you really just need to bring a interlocking hook. It's very important to know how to do your own reties, especially like in the beginning. You should have some knowledge on how to do that so you're not dealing with too much slippage around the perimeter. My reties take around 6-12 hours to do. And I usually divide the front portion of my hair from back here. I'll take like this whole front section and this whole front section, and I'll just put on a movie and I'll retie this area first. And then when I get to the back, I'll keep this area out the way so I can see. And I will start with the back row and then just pull this section up as I'm doing the back row. This middle part is the hardest part for me when I was trying to do it with a mirror, but now I just don't do it with a mirror and I just feel for it, and it has been super easy. So as your hair locks and gets more mature, it's a lot easier to retie. So yeah, first thing, start with dry, semi-stretched hair. Learn how to interlock your own roots for in-between retwists. If you can start with a professional, start with a professional because your grid is really important. What else? I think I'm happy with the number of locks that I have, but I might have gone a little bit bigger, maybe like 375, 400, just because sometimes they feel a little bit too small. But it's getting easier. My retires are getting easier, but when I first started, felt like I was going a little crazy trying to retie my hair. Stay away from tight styles because your hair is still fragile, especially when it's young, when it's, you know, fresh baby locks. I didn't do any tight styles. Even when my husband braided my, and yes, he knows how to braid. Even when my husband did like 2 French braids going down, I could only keep it in for like 2 hours because the pulling was starting to be really uncomfortable on my scalp. So I'm kind of happy that I have a sensitive scalp because it makes me stay away from tension styles. Yeah, stay away from tension styles because you want to keep your roots nice and healthy. I wash my hair once every month. Every 3 weeks to 4 weeks I wash my hair. I do know some people with micro locks that wash their hair every week. but I don't do that. I guess because I don't have any issues with like dandruff or dry scalp, so I don't really need to wash my hair that often. What else? Yeah, it's really low maintenance. So if you are thinking about it, it's low maintenance in between the reties, but then when it comes time to retie, then it is high maintenance, but it's only once a month, so it's a good trade-in. Let me know if you want like a part 2 of this video, because there is more to say, but I think that this video is long enough. So thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you at the next one. Bye.